Welcome back to another video of RTB Outdoors. It's about that time of year again where you start decorating for Christmas and possibly even being creative and make some of your own Christmas decorations. Today I'm going to be showing you a cool outdoor Christmas decoration that you can put in your yard in just a few minutes. I'm going to be building this decoration with some scrap wood, including a 2x4 and some scrap 1/2-inch plywood. Now this decoration would be a good idea to gift somebody, or you can just keep it and put it in your own yard. What I plan on building today is a lighted street light post, and it'll require a 2x4 that is 5 feet in length that I'm going to be ripping in half so I can make 2 of these out of one 2x4. Also, I've made one of these in the past, so I built a couple stencils that I'll be tracing and cutting out. The top light is approximately 11.5 inches tall by 11 inches wide. The hole in the inside is about 4.5 inches long by 6 inches wide at the widest part. The bow is approximately 8 inches long by 11 inches wide. First thing I'm going to be doing is making a mark and cutting this 2x4 at 5 feet in length. Cut to 5 feet, and now I'm going to use a table saw and rip this board in half. Alrighty, so I have my 5-foot 2x4 ripped in half. So I have 2 1.5-inch wide pieces. I'm going to trace the top of the lamp on a scrap piece of plywood. Just happens to be this is the perfect size of plywood for this lamp piece. So I'm going to trace all the inside and outside pieces. Alright, so I have the lamp traced out on this piece of plywood, and now I'm going to cut it out with a jigsaw, starting with the outside. Now I'm going to trace out the bow on this scrap piece of plywood. Alright, I have my bow traced out on this piece of plywood, now I'm going to cut it out. Alrighty, now I finished cutting out my bow and it looks pretty nice. Now this bow will get painted red, so make sure you set it aside and find your red spray paint. The lamp and the post itself will be painted black. Alrighty, now to mount the lamp, try to get it centered on the post, and then I'm gonna countersink some screw holes. I'm going to be using 2 1-inch screws to fasten the lamp to the post. Alright, I got my lamp screwed in. Now with my lamp attached, I need to make a place for the light to go into. I purchased 2 of these off Amazon for around $10 that have a light attached to them. They're 6 feet long. I drill a hole wide enough to fit the base of this C7 light bulb into the base of the wood, still allowing the cord to come out of the back side. So I found a spade bit that is 3/4 of an inch, which is just a little bit wider than the base of the C7 light bulb, including the clip. Alright, so you can see here, it's a little messy, but I was able to drill a little notch in the wood, and that's just enough to slide the light into. You can see here, if you pinch the clips and push it in there, then the bulb stays in there nice and tight, and you won't have to worry about it coming out. You can see there's the look with the bulb in it. You can see there's the look of it plugged in, and you can tell it's pretty bright, and it'll look nice in the nighttime. Now you can either leave this style light bulb in, or what I've done in the past was bought these flicker bulbs that are C7s from Walmart, 2 of them for $1.50. What's cool is because these make it look like the light is flickering like a candle. So you can simply remove this bulb, and you can see how that looks cool because it's like a flame. I'm going to go around with the sanding block and sand some of the rough edges of the wood before I paint. One last thing before I paint this light post, I'm going to add a little point on the end with the jigsaw so that way it can stake into the ground some. You see there, I got a little point on the end of my post. It's up to you if you want to take the light socket out before you paint the post or just leave it in, but I'm going to take mine out. I picked up a couple of cans of this black spray paint. Now this is just the cheapest stuff they have, and I've used it before on one and it worked alright. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's just something that's going to be outside for a month or so. So I'm hoping I can get at least 2 of these done with 1 can. I'm going to be painting the bow with some red spray paint. Well, I got the light post and the bow both painted. You can see it looks like it turned out pretty good. They didn't use very much paint at all, so I'm pretty confident I could probably make 2 or 3 out of 1 can of black paint. Alrighty, so my post is dry enough to be able to attach the bow. I'm going to put the bow about 10 inches down and just center it. I'm going to put 2 1-inch drywall screws. Then you can give the screws a little spray. I'm about 6 feet tall and the post stands about 5'10". Here's the look of the post at night with the regular LED, and here's the look of the decoration with the flicker bulb installed. I personally like the flicker bulb better because it makes it look like an old style candle. Well, I added a little bit of detail to the bow and I think it looks pretty nice. And this thing's ready to go out in the yard. I hope you enjoyed this video, and for just a few minutes, some basic tools and not much skill, you can build yourself a beautiful decoration like this. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.